All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle a huge question, one that's on the mind of pretty much every modern entrepreneur. What if your business didn't need a country? We're exploring a really powerful concept that lets you build a company without borders. So let's get right into it. I mean, just think about it for a second. You've got the skill, the drive, the big idea, so why should your passport get to dictate your professional ambition? For all the digital nomads, freelancers, and startup founders out there, running a truly global business isn't just a dream, it's pretty much the ultimate goal. But here's the reality check, right? The moment you try to operate beyond your own country's borders, you just slam into this wall of complexity. We're talking international banking, tax codes that are just baffling, and local regulations. Ugh. It really feels like the global economy is locked behind a door, and you've been left without the key. And that brings us to our first big idea, this global glass ceiling. It's a really good way to think about what happens when your local success runs smack into international friction. It's such a frustrating paradox. Your business might be crushing all its goals, totally ready to scale up and serve a bigger audience. But making that leap from local hero to a global player, it feels like you're blocked by invisible walls. All of a sudden, you need foreign bank accounts, you're tangled up in international tax law, and you're trying to comply with regulations you've never even heard of. That's the glass ceiling, and man, it can stop even the best ideas cold. But what if there was a way to just bypass all of that? What if there was a key, one that was designed for this digital age, that could just unlock that door? Well, that key exists. And it's a whole new kind of digital gateway. It's called Global E-Residency. And no, let's be clear, this isn't about getting a new passport or packing up and moving. It's about a really forward-thinking country giving you a secure, government-backed digital identity. This is a powerful tool that lets you set up and manage a completely legitimate, location-independent business, all online from anywhere in the world. So who's this really for? Well, it's for the digital entrepreneur who wants to hit a global market from day one. It's for the freelancer who needs a simple, legit way to get paid by international clients. And yeah, it's for the startup founder who needs a credible EU company structure, but without the massive expense and headache of actually relocating. Okay, now we get to the really exciting part. Once you have this digital key, what doors does it actually unlock? This is where the true value just becomes crystal clear. This is how you shatter that glass ceiling. Suddenly, you can establish a legit EU-based company, which makes international banking and payments incredibly simple. You get trusted access to the entire European market. And you can do it all with a super flexible structure that doesn't require a physical office or for you to be physically present. It is a total paradigm shift for the solo entrepreneur. Okay, so that sounds great, but is it super complicated? Like a bureaucratic nightmare? Well, the answer, more and more, is no. Modern platforms have actually made this journey surprisingly straightforward. The whole point is to take something that seems unbelievably complex, I mean, forming an international company, and make it a clear, guided process. And what's really fascinating is how technology, especially AI, is being used to make this whole thing more accessible than ever. The path is actually really logical. It often kicks off with a smart assessment. Some even use AI to really understand your specific business needs. From there, you get matched with the best country program for you. Before you commit, you can connect with an expert to ask all your questions. And finally, the application itself is streamlined with support every step of the way. The bureaucracy is pretty much handled for you. Now, this isn't just some theory. It's really happening right now. To see it in action, let's take a look at the country that basically invented the whole concept.
Estonia.
Estonia. Yep, this small Baltic nation launched the world's very first e-residency program way back in 2014. They were absolute pioneers, creating the blueprint for how a country could offer its services to a global population of entrepreneurs. So what makes Estonia's program so powerful? Well, since they were first, their whole system is incredibly mature and reliable. Their digital infrastructure is totally world-class, letting you run your business completely online, from signing contracts to filing taxes. Their tax system is famous for being transparent and competitive, and most importantly, it gives you a trusted gateway to the entire EU single market. But this isn't just about the system. It's about the people it helps. Listen to this from Sarah, a digital nomad. The AI-guided process made international expansion seamless and straightforward. That's the real-world impact right there, just removing all that friction from global business and unlocking new potential. Which really just leaves us with a final thought. Your clients are global, the tools you use are global, your mindset is global. So if your business's legal structure is still local, that might be the only thing holding you back. The tools to change that exist right now. The only question is, are you ready? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.